Intimacy starts with conversation. But if you're like most men, or a lot of men, I shouldn't say most, if you're like a lot of men, the focus is on getting your wife between the sheets. And quite frankly, that's like deciding that you want to run a marathon and you get up and you run 26.2 miles. You're going to be exhausted and you're probably never going to want to do it again. The purpose of having a conversation with your wife is about laying the groundwork. I'm Lesli Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project, and owner of Foundations Coaching. And one of the things that I hear a lot from my clients, in fact, two major things, is they don't communicate well, or communication is poor with their partners, and they're not having enough sex. They're feeling like roommates. And what they're missing is that those two are connected. And part of the problem is because when a lot of people think about intimacy, they think about sex. And for a lot of men, that's the easier part, right? You love your wife, you want to give her pleasure, you want to receive pleasure. Why do we have a problem with this, right? Gotcha. But the problem is you're not laying the groundwork. Like I said, it's like trying to run a marathon without doing any training. And conversation and connection outside of the bedroom basically increases your chances of activity inside the bedroom. And I understand, I get it. It can be really hard. And the kind of conversation I'm talking about isn't just the day-to-day, how was your day? You know, what did the kids do today? When are we going to your mother's for dinner? That informational exchange, the logistics to a relationship. A real conversation is going deeper, is finding out what your partner's been doing that day and how they feel about it, and how having conversations about what's going on the world, in the world, easy for me to say, and then being able to share and talk about that. Intimacy, into me you see. It is not just about a physical act, as enjoyable and pleasant as that is. And if you want to maintain this over time, you have to put in the repetitive work. And I don't like using that word, but you have to make the effort to connect outside of the bedroom, to show interest outside of the bedroom, not just physical, although affection is part of it. But if you wouldn't just go up to a complete stranger and throw your arms around them and give them a hug and kiss them on the back of the neck, you'd probably get arrested. But if you haven't been connecting with your wife, then when you go up to give her a hug or a kiss or whatever, she's going to do this because you're like a stranger to her. It's like, why are you touching me? Right? And this is especially problematic if you actually only talk to her or only touch her when the goal is to do the horizontal tango, right? She is going to know it and she will shut you down. And if you guys have lost touch with each other, then it's going to be difficult to fan the flames of passion because you're basically strangers, even though you share the same house and quite possibly the same bed. But that doesn't make you emotionally connected. That doesn't make you, compatible in that way, right? And it takes consistent effort. If you want to be a great marathon runner, then you need to go out and do the daily runs. Now, I'm not saying that in order to have great sex, you gotta, do 26.2 miles, but you do have to put effort and energy into the relationship. People, men and women, are not light switches. We don't just turn on and off. That's the fallacy of the early days of being in love, right? That's what happened when, the minute you'd see each other, you'd be ripping each other's clothes off. That sets you up for failure long term. because those hormones, those neurochemicals have died down because we can't stay in that condition forever. So they've died down a little bit or maybe a lot. And if you don't keep feeding them, if you don't keep bringing them to the surface, then it's like there's no connection. And if you do the groundwork, if you do the training, if you have daily conversations with your wife, and I'm not talking about the logistical informational exchange conversations that most of you are probably having with each other. Those are important to have. They aren't the connecting, I know you, you know me conversations. Those are logistical running of the house, and they're not, you could do that with a roommate, right? And that's why you and your partner may very well be roommates right now or living like roommates right now. And the answer for a lot of people is, well, we just need to spice up stuff in the bedroom. Nope, going at the wrong end. What you need is you need to lay the groundwork. And the more connected you are outside of the bedroom, the greater your chances inside the bedroom. Now, there are exceptions to that, like there are exceptions to everything. But for the most part, relationship challenges first show up in the bedroom. And so if they're not regular things going on in the bedroom, if you and your wife aren't connecting physically, I get that you want to focus on that. I truly do. It makes sense, right? Except it doesn't work. And you need to build the groundwork. Now, that will work if you have connection outside the bedroom and then things are just, maybe there's something going on, maybe stress or whatever temporary in your life. That can then focus on the end result. But by focusing on the end result without paying attention to what comes before it is just going to be frustrating. And I want to invite you to learn more about this in my upcoming masterclass, Intimacy Unleashed. There'll be a link down below if you want to join. I'm interested to hear if maybe you disagree with me. Maybe focusing on the end result has worked for you. Great. If it has, let me know. If it hasn't, also let me know, because, or better yet, join this masterclass, because I'm going to walk you through the steps that will get you to the quality and quantity of intimacy that you're looking for. So hopefully you found this helpful, and until next week, stay loving.